with your family unit and the way that you guys support each other to make the brand Waylon Hanel is inspiring to a lot of people. And some people know, some people don't know. There is a very tragic backstory inside of your family. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
You lost a brother.
Yes, I did.
He was a year younger than you.
Yep. His name was Landon.
Landon. You were in your teens.
Yep.
Okay. What happened?
So he ended up being in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
I still remember the day. Or, of course, I remember the day, but I remember everything up to that point.
Yeah.
He just got a brand new dual exhaust put on his truck. He had a 2008 Chevy.
He's pretty proud of it.
Uncle Dave actually sold it to him. Anyway, he got a new straight pipe exhaust on it. It was ramrodding around. I went with him to get it done. And we ended up... Anyway, he ended up rolling his truck that night and hit black ice and got sent to the hospital. Well, when he was in the hospital, the doctor wasn't being nice to him. He was not being nice to him. He would come in, look at his chart, touch his IV bag, and then walk out of the room.
You think because he was a young kid, or you just had...
To be honest, I don't know, because I wasn't there. And it was kind of still in the COVID.
Yeah. So you couldn't have a lot of visitors. Yeah.
So it was like only one at a time. So my dad would take turns, and I had shows to do. So I felt terrible, but we FaceTimed all the time.
Yeah.
Every single day.
So he was scratched up pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
He was fine.
He was fine.
Okay.
Yep. So everything was fine. He was talking. He was eating. His bowels were fine. Everything was looking great.
Good.
And so, anyway, the doctor wasn't being nice, so Dad ended up having a few words with him, the doctor. And
that's putting it lightly, I'm guessing, by the chuckle.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Push come to shove, the next day they sent him home. And mind you, they had him on blood thinners the whole time they were in there.
Okay.
In the hospital. They sent him home, no blood thinners. A few days later, he ended up passing away from a blood clot.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So,
wow.
I never trusted doctors to begin with.
Yeah.
And I love this podcast because we can get personal.
Yeah.
And I can really share my true opinion about things.
Yes.
I don't trust doctors. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, bones are fine. If I break a bone, I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to my health, you're not touching me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Because that was a prime example.
Oh, my gosh.
Someone that you're supposed to put your life in their hands.
Right.
And then,
has there been any repercussions on said doctor or hospital? I mean, you guys are such nice people. I'm guessing you haven't, but
I won't get into that. I won't get into that part.
Well, I'm really sorry. I mean, I know that is an ongoing thing in your family as far as that tragic loss, but you seem to use this to propel you to be a better performer.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, or those that do follow me throughout the whole thing, even when I was 16, 17, when Landon passed, I didn't play for a long time. I didn't play for, well, I'm not going to say almost a year, but it was at least 6 months.
Yeah.
That I didn't really do any shows. I mean, I still played at the house and sang, but I did not want to go out because Landon would always go to my shows.
Yeah.
So seeing that one empty chair, it just killed me. I couldn't do it. So, but I always remember him saying, I laugh at it now. I would always say, dude, this sucks. I want to be able to hang out with my friends on the weekend. I don't want to be playing for a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah.
Like, this sucks. And Landon goes, dude, you have the best job in the world. You're an idiot. That's literally what he said. You have the best job in the world. You're an idiot if you don't do it. And, not just that funny remark, but him just being there all the time. And I told him, I want to try to play again. I want to try to do this and do shows. And I didn't think, I thought that I'd still get a job, but do this on the weekend. And that same year, I got my first opening act, Trace Atkins, in March.
Wow.
And from there, it's just been a ride, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy. If I wouldn't have done that, where would I be?
Right.
You know? And I'm so glad that I remembered what he said. And he told me to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking back.
And it's become such an honored memory. I mean, what you just shared with everybody is such a good example of taking tragedy and grief and using it to move yourself forward instead of crawling back and going in a hole. Because you bring so much light to the world through your performance and through who you are and what you have to share as a story, that there's a lot of people that are still going because of you. So imagine if you didn't get back up there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just crazy. It's literally crazy.
And you know, Landon he's still making fun of you from up there. He's holding the seat. It's not like, you know, he's like, all right, he's waiting for the concert to start.
Exactly.
You know? Exactly. So, yeah, that's, thank you for sharing that with us. I know you didn't have to, but that's an incredible story of strength. And there's a lot of people that piss and whine and moan about very little things in their life, not realizing what the person right next to them is going through.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
And I guarantee a lot of people that follow me don't know that about me. You know, I mean, probably they get the gist of it, but they don't know what happened, how old Landon was. He was 17.
17 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just right in the prime of his life. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Well, so what does the future hold for Waylon Hanel? What are your dreams?
Hopefully good things. I would love to get signed to a record label eventually one of these days. Have another hit song.
How hard is it to pick the right one, though? I mean, that's the thing.
Pick the right song
label.
Or label.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
They own you.
Oh, yeah. So that's why I have good people. Like I said, I surround myself with good people, or at least try to. And I have succeeded.
You have?
Like Bernie Nelson down in Texas. He lived in Nashville for 35 years, and being a hit songwriter, he sees and knows everything about everyone down there. You know, his brain goes a million miles an hour. And he's taught me, or is teaching me, I shouldn't say taught, because I have a lot to learn, but he tells me, because I've been offered, I don't know if people know, I've been offered 2 record labels, deals, and I've turned them both down, because Bernie told me, they're an all right label, but the people there are not for you. That's what he said. They're not for you. So I said, okay. And we had to tell him no. You know, and I was super stoked, dude.
Yeah, you're like, this is it. It's happening. This is it. Yeah.
But, you know, and that just happened. I got offered like my second or third opening act that I did. So it's just kind of funny because that's how they get you. They see you can make money. They can see that you can make money for them. They get you, and then boop, you go on the shelf. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
or if you do continue to do well, sometimes those contracts are so complicated that you don't understand exactly what you signed up for.
Exactly. Like Rule 1 plays into 5, but 5 is actually number 7.
And trumps number 8, if that even happens at all. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the thing is that as much as I've seen in the music industry, which is very little, but more than most. It's sad to me when I watch people get trapped. It's so they're literally trapped for years.
Oh yeah,
years and years and years.
Yep, it's a lot of people end up going broke. It's hilarious. It's actually funny to me because when you get signed, that's what everybody's dream is. I get signed and I'm going to be touring and all that. That literally happens half the time.
Very, very
little. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And well, for example, and before I tell you, I have a great publicist team down by me. Kat Atwood at Music City Media. Great people down there. I love all of them to death. They've done a lot of great things for me. Ann Chrisman and Ann with an E. There's 2 Anns working with me. Just great overall people, getting me radio tours, radio airplay. Just they're playing my single "He Don't Mind" right now down everywhere in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Great team I have backing me. But anyway, what was I gonna say?
When we were talking about getting trapped.
Oh yeah. Well, here's a good, like I said, prime example and a good story. Rodney Atkins.
Mm-hmm.
So he got signed in the early 2000s. I forgot what label, but anyway, he got signed and he got shelved. Shelved means you get stuck on the back burner, and
they're not giving you any.
They're not giving you
help.
any help.
Mm-mm.
They keep you back there. You're signed.
Mm-hmm.
It says your name, but where are you? Where are you playing? Nowhere, because they won't let you. And as soon as, I believe it was Luke Bryan, as soon as he started wearing that baseball cap, where did Rodney Atkins come out? Right at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So right when it's all about a trend.
Yeah.
The look goes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So when Luke Bryan started doing that baseball hat thing, oh, dude, we got a guy just like that in the back.
Yeah, let's pull
bring
him
out
out
now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's literally, and then he took right off, Rodney Atkins. He's had a bunch of #1 hits.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like that, people don't realize the backstory.
No.
He was on hold for like 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think 2 or 3 years. He wasn't able to do nothing.
Wow.
And then one dude put a hat on, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got a hat guy. Bring him out."
Jeez.
And then he started making money, and then we should have brought him out a long time ago.
And now look at all the money he can make us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But and another example, Chris Stapleton.
Oh wow.
When Chris finally came out with his style with the cowboy hat, a bunch of people started wearing a hat again.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that outlaw sound.
Yeah.
Everybody started growing their beard out.
Yeah.
You
Long.
know, wearing their hat, growing their beard out. You know, it's all about a trend. The music business is a trend. And that's why I don't care about that kind of stuff.
Well, it's why you
style.
kind of don't fit in, but also you do, meaning you're your own thing. Like what you guys have built, Waylon Hanel, being independent, completely independent, and as amazing as Michigan is, and they have literally put you everywhere. Like to imagine being able to just branch out of that, it's just gonna explode. It's gonna explode, dude.
I hope so. Eventually, one of these days, you know, it'd be crazy to go travel.
Well, and you're in it. So here's the thing, Waylon. You're in it, so you don't probably see it the way the outside looks at it because you're doing it every week.
It starts blending together.
Yeah,
after a while.
it does. It starts to become one thing. But from somebody that just talked to you a couple years ago, and we were still talking about 50 and 60 seat bars. And now you're in theaters and festivals with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Like, just like that, everything turns around and starts moving in a different direction.
It does. And, you know, it's hard to keep up with at times. Sometimes you got to take a step back and just look at everything.
Right.
You know?
So does your manager just give you like a week at a glance and say, okay, here's where we're going this week? Or do you like really look at the whole schedule and sometimes go, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like to look at it week by week because I don't like to worry too much.
Right.
If anybody knows me, I don't worry.
No.
I try not to.
It's
at
like,
least.
whatever.
You know, I fly by the seat of my pants.
Yeah.
Man. I do. So I try to go
You
week
just
by
reminded me of, have you ever watched the movie Dazed and Confused?
I was just about to say that.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. Later, man.
You could totally be in that movie. We need to redo that movie.
Oh, dude.
You're in it. You got to be in it.
What could we call it? What could
I
we call
have
it?
no idea.
We'll figure it
Mazed and Blued?
Yeah, exactly. Or just
figured.
like really high.
Yeah, right,
Just
right.
a really high
Something.
movie. Oh, my God.
Just a ton of
Dude,
drinking.
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
I know, it's so funny.
It is. Dude, I love that part. It's in the beginning, and Slater, he's in the hallway. He goes, dude, are you going to be at that party, man? And they're like, yeah, man, we'll see it. He's like, all right. And then he turns around, he goes, dude, I'm so high right now.
You do that so good.
Oh, my God. And I'm not a stoner, but I
know
do
me
have
either,
a good
but
impression of it.
you do. You really do.
Dude, man.
Dude.
They always do, man.
Well, for all the film people that are watching this, we're ready. We're both prepared. We're ready to go. Let's rewrite this and let's rock and roll with it.
Slap me on a button. Oh,
yeah.
Slap me on a movie, man. We'll bleep that out.
So I got to tell you, I have been inspired by music my whole life. I love music, and I've half rewritten like so many songs. I can't even tell you. I just never sat down and finished them. And I can hold a tune enough to be, listenable.
Well,
but
when you sang in Millington,
yeah,
you sang "Goodbye Earl" with Kelly.
Dixie Highway Chicks.
The Dixie Highway Chicks.
And that was funny too. We posted pictures of that. One of our fans, thanks a lot, Dumpster Man. We said Dixie Highway Chicks made an appearance, and he said, "I think you spelled Dort wrong."
Are you serious?
I thought that was hilarious, and I really legit don't think Kelly got it. She's like, "No, I live closer to Dixie Highway than Dort." I was like, "Dude, he's making fun of us." Come on. But so you have your tattoo song that you said. Well, it's not your song, but
Tattoo Redo,
which I think is hilarious.
I love that song.
I watched it when you did it on Facebook, and every time I can see you live, I think it's hilarious. Have you thought about any of your own funny songs writing? Have you worked on any of those?
A little bit.
Is Bernie say no way? That's for child play?
No, not at all. Actually, some funny songs are #1 hits.
Right.
Red Solo Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like that song right there. Just imagine. I can see it right now. I don't even know the story, but I can just see it. 3 dudes are drunk as hell in their house, and they're like, dude, Red Solo Cup. They're like, fill it up.
Yeah.
Let's have a party, dude. Hell yeah. You know?
And they put a beat to it.
Mm-hmm. And Toby Keith cut it, and it was a million
it's
song.
Still, we have a whole festival we do in Tawas, touring the town, doing shots. Like crazy.
Well,
it's actually just in the campground, but I wanted to make it sound really big. But anyways, our campground is a little city. But anyways, yeah. But we sing that the entire day. Mm-hmm. Every time we play it on YouTube, I'm like, okay, he got a few more cents. Look at him.
Exactly. It's really cool because no song is bad.
No.
You don't know it's bad.
Right.
You don't know if it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Until somebody cuts it.
Yeah. Well, this is my way of putting my name in the hat for a collaboration. I just wanted to just put that out there and just make sure you knew I'm a good writer.
We'll come up with something.
I just don't know how to put a beat to stuff. I can rewrite songs that have already been wrote, but you need an original.
I'll come up with the melody.
Yeah.
I'll come up with the melody.
We could totally write some fun stuff.
We're going to pull something out of the hat.
Oh,
it's going to be cool, man.
That'll be so fun.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be super cool.
We'll schedule something. We'll schedule something.
Oh, that manager of yours, man. She's hard. She's tough.
She is tough at times. She
don't let you just go hang out anywhere.
No, she don't.
I had to tell her we were in a nice part of Frankenmuth to get her to allow this today.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God. You're going to get me in trouble.
I know. Waylon, what else do you got coming up? How can we stay in touch with your schedule, first of all? How can everybody find out where you're at?
Give me a follow on all the socials. Facebook is the #1, of course, but Facebook, Instagram, we don't have Twitter. I don't think we have the Twitter.
I'm not a big fan.
I think we do, but we never get on it. It's having 3 of them is hard. Having 1 is hard enough, but having to keep up with 2 or 3. But Facebook, give me a follow on there. It's Waylon Hanel Music. Instagram, I'm on there. I also have a website, waylonhandle.com. Either waylonhandlemusic.com or just waylonhandle.com. And then if you come to one of my shows, everything that we sell, you get a picture of me, and on the back of it is a QR code.
Oh.
And what's cool is that if you scan that on your phone, it takes you right to the merch website.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can order anything you want. It's always in stock, and it'll be at your door.
That's
awesome. You put your address in, and it'll be right to your door.
Oh, my goodness.
It's pretty cool.
Kelly, did you hear that? We need that. Can you please get that figured out?
Yep.
I literally just had to post yesterday. Help me. We were trying to do Square. We were trying to do a Square store, and me and Kelly ended up almost in tears. I was like, this is bullshit. Why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? And you have so much great merch. I see that cool. My own girls that work for me have your stickers and your hats and your everything everywhere. I'm like, hey, could you imagine if it said the comedy series? Go figure.
Oh, my gosh.
They're like, well, you don't have any. I was like, good point by you. Good point.
Mhm.
You are very good at merch, which is also, you've probably watched this with other, even just independent people that you work with. They're not very good at merch.
You know, it's kind of the last thing on your mind.
Yeah.
To me, it still is.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I have a great support system. My mother, my Aunt Mandy, my grandma, my Aunt Annie.
They handle it
They're
for you.
all, and I try to keep it family oriented.
Yeah.
You know, I love it because they come out to shows. They
You
come
trust them.
Exactly. And it all goes back to who you can trust.
Yes.
Family. You know, and I love seeing my family to begin with.
Yeah.
So we're at a show, we're selling merch, and I'm with my family. It's awesome. It's literally awesome. But like I said, it's kind of the last thing on my mind
Right,
as a performer.
as a performer,
Because
correct.
I get there, I put my guitar on, I get my sound check, I get my vocal right, I have everything right here on stage. But meanwhile, they're doing the same thing in another aspect.
Yes, yeah.
And they're getting the table set up, they're getting the lights, they're getting the T-shirts. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, so I know he's not family, but you just reminded me of somebody who I see at every single show and mostly always introduces you once in a while. If I'm there, he'll let me sneak up there. Mr. Dan Richards from 103.9 The Fox.
Dan Richards.
Wow, that was really good.
I try my best.
Holy God. Dan, did you hear that? Oh, wow.
I had a Sunday flashback shirt.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Yep,
that on
I was
Facebook.
wearing it last night. Actually, Aunt Mandy, Uncle Josh, and my little cousins, they all came over. We had a cookout last night at the house.
Fun.
And we turned on Dan Richards' Sunday Night Flashback.
How did you meet Dan?
So it's kind of
he's a
crazy
radio
story.
legend here in Michigan.
Oh, my gosh.
He's been around way longer than you've been born. Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. So I played the Montrose Pub quite a few times. And I was playing there one night, and Dan was at another show. I'm thinking Clio. I think he was at another show.
Okay.
And somebody called him who was at the pub. And I was 17 at the time. And they said, Dan, you need to get your ass up here right now and listen to this kid. You're not going to be disappointed. So Dan goes, hey, you know what? We'll make a drive. We'll come out there for a few minutes. And so him and his wife, Georgianne, walked in the back. I've never met the guy. I know of him. I know of him a lot because I see him on or hear him on the radio. I hear his voice. So I don't know what he looks like. And I didn't see him that night. He comes in the back door, and I'm playing on stage, and he's listening to me. And the story that he always tells, I go, all right, folks, I know you guys don't hear this guy a lot, but I'm going to play some T.G. Shepherd. So I played one of his songs, and Dan's like, oh, dude, this is cool. And then I turned around and did another T.G. Shepherd song.
Oh,
and
wow.
Dan's like, dude, there ain't no way. This is cool. No, first off, nobody plays T.G. And to play 2 or 3 of them like that, I still think that's pretty cool. So that's what got him hooked on me and him and his wife. So I think he messaged my mother, the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There she is.
There she is. Anyway.
Now you know.
Now you know, yes. So he messaged the manager and was asking questions and all that kind of stuff. And I was finally able to meet him and his wife. And, you know, we talked not frequently, but adequate amount. And it was so cool out of the blue because they would come to quite a bit of my shows. Out of the blue, Ma said, hey, they want to come over to the house and they want to give you something. Like, really? That's kind of cool. I thought it was like a card or something.
Right.
And it was a card, but inside of it was a whole letter. And I was reading it, and they said they want to send me down to Texas for a week to write with Bernie Nelson.
Wow.
And I've never heard of Bernie.
Yeah.
Until that day. And I said, dude, what is this? You got to be kidding me. There ain't no way. And they explained who Bernie was, what he did, and from then on, not just from them doing that, but how much they trusted me and how much they believed
in you.
And it just, boom, opened up so many doors for me, you know?
And it wasn't like a wham, bam, see you later. They are loyally at your shows every possible chance they can be, rooting you on.
I love those people.
Yeah.
They're so, there's no words. I can't even express how great they are.
That's cool.
You know,
that's very cool.
Georgianne, Dan's wife, is real close with my mom. Dan's really close with me, my dad, everybody, and it's just crazy who comes into your life at what times. You know what I mean? And they will always be my top.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Like,
well, and that's a very good even life lesson. If you scale that back to just a regular everyday life, what you pay forward sometimes comes back 1,000-fold so much that you have no idea what you're doing for the other person.
Exactly.
I mean, they did not have to take the time to do that.
No, they
at
did
all.
not.
And that people,
I think of that a lot.
Well, yeah, and then does this help you sometimes? I don't know. I think about this. Like sometimes, I mean, you've had a bad show, haven't you?
Oh, I've had a lot of them.
Have you left stage and you're just like, I suck tonight?
That show right there.
Oh, well, sure. No wonder you didn't want these shirts. No,
oh no, my
I'm
God.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I've had a
It
lot
was
of
a
bad
fun
shows.
night. It was
my God.
just, I gotcha. But you like, it's easy for us to lose faith in what we're doing and why are we doing this and what is this for?
We are our worst critics.
Yes.
You know, you get off stage and people, they come up to you, oh my God, you did great. And you're like, dude, I did not.
Like, didn't you see me last weekend? I was so much better last
you're just
weekend.
trying to be nice. There ain't no way.
Right.
But
but when you look out and see people like that,
yes,
that like they have belief in you even when you don't believe in yourself.
Yep.
And I don't think those kind of fans and humans in our lives even know what they do for us.
No,
I don't think they have a clue.
Just being there.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Just being there. It means so much. And I try to say that at every single one of my shows. Just you guys sitting there, just listening. You don't even have to be looking at me, but you can hear it. Just having people there is big. Because I remember playing when I was 16, 17, nobody was there.
Right.
I remember that.
Right.
You're
remember
just
standing
playing
in a
at
corner.
McAdams.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I remember playing at McAdams when I'm 16.
Don't even exist anymore.
No, it was in Millington. It's actually where Benny's Beer Hall is.
Benny's Beer Hall. Go get your shirt.
That was McAdams, and it was a rinky-dink, small, double-wide bar. Your hometown, you know what I mean.
Do you remember the urine smell?
Oh yeah. I think there was a stain too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a few of them. Yes.
But yeah, I remember playing there for like 3 people, and 2 of them were my mom and dad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe more than that.
Yeah.
But you know, it just maybe 10. And I look back on that, and sometimes I miss it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Well, do you ever think like you didn't realize what you had until you don't have it? I mean, those shows were so personal.
They are.
But we're so like shocked in the beginning, not knowing what to do or where to put your hands or how to tap your foot or what, you know.
Yep.
It's awkward.
It is. And I look back on that once in a while, and I'm like, dude, it's crazy what I went from in a short span of time.
Yeah.
You know.
Very short span.
Just being 21, you know.
Very short span.
Man, that feels good to say that.
How?
21.
21.
I'm old.
I couldn't let him drink on camera last time.
No. We're
Not that we did it all.
We're firing it up now.
Yeah, not that we did it all. No, dude, this is so cool. So what are you working on? What we got new songs in the queue? What are we doing?
Yep. So I'm heading down to Nashville the second week of September.
Okay.
I believe the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Somewhere around there.
Gosh, now the super fans are going to be looking for you.
So I'm going to be cutting 7 more songs down there.
Okay.
A new album.
You going to play it all while you're down there?
Yeah, I'll do a few writers rounds. It's weird. You go down to Nashville, it's not like the shows I do up here.
Right.
It's not like the shows.
Totally different.
Like here, I go to the bar, I set my stuff up for 2 hours, maybe 3, and then I leave. You know what I mean? Down there, it's for an artist, it's more writers rounds. Where you have 3 or 4 people in a chair and you sing your songs to an audience, and then you get off. You know what I mean? And you usually get 3 or 4 songs. But the reason why I don't want to move down to Nashville, I don't want to. I don't think I ever will. If there's too many people in the same industry, you know what I mean? So in everybody knows that as an artist, you get stuck on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a known fact.
Mm-hmm.
If you go down there and move down there, you're gonna be playing Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
It's known to man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be playing there, and you get stuck because you start getting associated with people, and you get not a contract, but
Mm-hmm.
you have so many shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding, Melissa. People will play 3 to 4 shows a day
Wow. Because of all the places that have music.
because of all the places that have music.
And it's still...
And the sets are like 4 hours, 4 to 5
Wow.
hours, and they'll do 3 to
Dang.
4 a day.
Dang.
But this is the catch: the band. I'm not joking. The band gets paid $100.
Right. Right.
You're playing for tips.
Yeah. Right.
And
Right.
and
And the drunker they get, the less they tip.
exactly.
They're like, oh, I
And-
need to keep this $20 for my drinks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so glad we're doing this on a podcast where we have time.
Mm-hmm.
You go down there. I've done it. Yeah, I'm in this business, and I still, when I go to Broadway, what do?
Mm-hmm.
I get hammered.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like that. Like that's what you do.
Yeah.
You go down
It's
there.
a
you
fun
have
party
drinks.
place.
Exactly. It's a great party. So, what do you do when you go down there? I want to save my money for a drink because they're $20 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing on my mind is tipping the band.
Right.
If you think about it,
Yes.
of course I do.
Right.
I'll throw a 20
Yeah,
in there.
you probably think of it more than most.
Yes,
I never
do.
I never think of the tip jar.
You know, even a 5.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think, if there's 4 or 5 people in that band,
Right. That's all they got.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So getting stuck on Broadway,
Mm-hmm.
that's literally it. You're
Good for you for having that brain in your head.
Oh yeah,
Because everybody that performs just wants to perform.
exactly.
And they don't think about the business side or actually making it.
Yes, like everybody, I'm gonna go to Nashville and I'm gonna try to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll bet on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard. It's really hard. That's what she said. But moral of the story is,
Yes.
if I had any advice to
Mm-hmm.
give somebody, and I'm not good at giving advice at all, be nice, know who you can trust, don't move to Nashville.
Don't move to Nashville.
Don't
Right.
move to Nashville.
Not unless you're already established.
If you're
So imagine if you're doing, so let's just say, because there's a pretty rad airport there, because I'll tell you when I've looked at
Rad
moving.
airports.
Yeah, well, I've looked at moving to where I can get in and out easy. Nashville, Atlanta,
Yep.
Houston.
Yep.
Like, those are airports you can get anywhere. Anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But so if you're already doing, worldwide touring, yeah, then maybe it's not
Yep.
such a terrible idea. But
No.
but as a new person trying to land stuff, I mean, even so, me and you are about to do a birthday party in a couple weeks, and this person specifically said, "Oh my gosh, if I could have you and Waylon, it'd be so fun 10, 15, 20 years down the road that I get to say I had them at my birthday party." And for whatever it is, a Wednesday night, we're getting paid very healthy.
Yep.
They're not skimming. Didn't ask for no favors.
Yep.
And how fun for them and how fun for us. Like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a real crowd of fun backyard people we get to hang out with.
Oh yeah.
And, like, you don't get to do that stuff once you move away from your people.
No.
Your people are here.
Yes.
In Michigan is where your people are.
Yep.
And that's the people that are going to keep farming you out,
Yes.
per se,
Yep.
to get you the good stuff.
Yes.
Because, we all do favors here and there.
Yeah.
But we are here to make money.
Well, it's our job.
It's our job. That's what, people,
And
people are like, what's your real job? No, this is my job.
Dude, you have no idea how many times people have said that to me.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, dude, you sound great. What do you do?" I said, "This." "Oh, yeah, that's cool. What do you like your like a real job?" Like,
Yeah.
"What do you do?" I said, "This is my job."
This is my job.
They're like, "Oh." It's like they have a different outlook on you now.
Right, right,
Like, what do you want me to, I'm not an accountant.
right,
You
right.
know, I don't, like, that is my job, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And people, they don't understand the whole backside to it,
No.
you know? Like, even this is work related, doing podcasts. And then after this, I have to go do a photo shoot, you know? It's
Promotion.
Just, exactly. It's a lot. Playing is the easy part.
Wait, was I supposed to bring my makeup? Am I doing your makeup for the photo shoot?
I don't think so.
I didn't get that text.
There's a reason why you didn't get that. I'm kidding. But yeah,
Are you going to wear another band's hat in your photo shoot?
No. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this
You
hat
got
on.
which
Shout out to Kenfo down there. They're the hottest band in Texas.
They
right
are. They are. We love them guys. And I will tell you that's another thing I love about you. Anytime I see you, you're promoting somebody else, whether you realize it or not. Like you have Tractor Company hats on, you have other bands hats on. I think that's so cool.
And it's weird.
So cool.
It's weird, being in this business, sponsorships are huge.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wear, let's say, a Coyote hat for Coyote Tractors or International or this, or clothing brands, people go, "Oh, dude, are you sponsored by them?" I'm like, no, I just like the hat.
I just like the hat.
But you get associated with it, Like, I remember.
Well, are you taking sponsorships right now? I'm sure there's people listening who would.
Yeah.
And you wear their hat?
Oh, yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
They'll come down the road. Well, we actually, Frankenmuth Credit Union, I think we're about to merge and do a sponsorship. Great people. I have nothing bad to say. Well, I can't find anything bad to say.
And obviously, the Frankenmuth Credit Union is in Millington. Yes. Also, they're all over. They have 9 locations. Insane. More than 9, actually. They're all over. But for Frankenmuth, where they started, is a town that's been built on very traditional family stuff and restaurants and stores. And for a big, huge player in the game like Frankenmuth Credit Union to be on board with live entertainment says a lot about them.
It does.
It says a lot.
It does.
It's very cool.
It is very cool, man. It goes to show what kind of people they are. They're just like you and me. Even though they climb that ladder,
right,
they can still come down and talk to
you. Yeah, absolutely. They still come and say they were front row at your show, and then asked to have a picture with us. I thought that was super cool. I thought that was super cool.
Great people.
Speaking of that Millington show, one last thing that we did not talk about was our cinnamon roll statues.
Oh my God.
Because we gotta just bring that up. I gotta show a picture of that. I totally will. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't.
Me either. So I don't think me and you didn't get to talk. I was talking through your manager. I was trying to get us a statue. That's what I thought would be fun. And if you don't ask for the stars, you won't get nothing. So I kept asking. That was an absolute no. I didn't even get into a meeting to get a vote. It was like no, not at all. So then I thought it would be fun because at that festival we were doing soon after was a pancake breakfast. And I was trying to get one of my artist friends to make us a butter statue. Then it'd be fun because they could use it at the pancake breakfast and just swipe pieces of us off of it, Couldn't get that either. I was like, don't we even matter? You know how you just start throwing a fit? I threw like a girl fit. I couldn't even get a butter statue. I was like, golly, guys. When McPherson's Family Restaurant out of Millington, who is famous. They are famous for their cinnamon rolls. They're like this big. They're huge.
They're so good.
I'm telling this story from stage, complaining, and all of a sudden, Erica, that girl that works there, which we went to high school together, starts jumping up and down in the back. And when she walked up with those, I about crapped my pants. Those were hilarious.
They were awesome.
They put so much work into that.
Yes, they made a cinnamon roll statue.
Yeah.
It was so cool, man. We got a picture of it. You'll show it.
Yeah, I will. I totally will. Have you ever been made into a cinnamon roll before?
It's one thing. If you play Never Have I Ever, you would win every time.
Every single time.
You'd win every time.
Oh my God. That is a great drunken late night game that we play sometimes. I'm so glad. I would have never thought to say that. I win.
Have you ever been made into a cinnamon roll?
That was so cool, guys. Thank you. Made my day.
Thank you, McPherson.
Yeah, we never even got a bite of ourselves.
I did. I would have took this part right
here. I know. I was like, oh, look at it. Popped out just a little bit.
Oh, hey.
Darn oven.
Yeah.
That was fun. Waylon, I always look forward to talking to you. We have so much cool stuff on the horizons for you yet that I hope we'll always get to hear about right here on Melissa Hager TV. It's such a cool thing having you in here and getting to hear from everybody. Your last video that you did with me it is always very obvious when something big is happening for you, because those numbers just go up and up and up. And I'm like, oh, people are searching Waylon Hanel.
Yep.
And because we don't have a lot of big podcasters around the area, I'm so excited to be the spot where you can come and share all your good news and drink and cuss and swear a little bit. And
just a little bit.
let it go on YouTube, you know?
Yeah, you're going to hear...
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Nah.
We're going to have to do it a few times.
Yeah, that's okay. We might have to cut this into 2 parts. Shoot.
Hey.
This is a long one. I like it.
Know. This is fun, though.
It is fun. And you're very good at it. As a interviewer, oh gosh, it can be very painful.
Yeah, sometimes they're just, yep.
So
and they
painful.
look right here.
And they can't get the grip of like, hey, they're right there.
Exactly.
Hi, guys. So, thank you, Waylon.
Of course.
You're wonderful.
Thank you. You are too.
You know what? We make a good team.
We do.
I'm like your Aunt Mel.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I look forward to doing more stuff with you. I think next summer we're going to have some big festivals. We're going to get our mark in on, if that's how you say that.
Mark in on.
Mark, we get in on that mark. I don't know.
Something
Anyways,
like that.
Oh well. Make sure you go to WaylonHanel.com. Make sure you search him up. Go to Benny's Beer Hall, grab a shirt, or go to the link I put down below. I'm gonna put. I'll have Waylon Hanel down there in the link too. And thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this interview. And follow this guy. Don't ask him to feel his hair, but if you do, just say I saw on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I can ask about your hair.
Exactly. But yeah, give me a follow on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere like that. Come out to a show, man. I'll try not to disappoint you.
He won't. He won't disappoint you. You're such a cool dude.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys.